So Black Lives Matter is attempting to cross the Atlantic. They had a march earlier, and then today they're attempting to disrupt traffic, a London airport, tramways in other cities, and so on, generally being a gigantic pain in the arse to a lot of people. Now, there's some value in solidarity, in showing support for the causes of others, and there's some value in disruptive protest for raising awareness and so on. But the media has been so full of Black Lives Matter anyway that raising awareness is a moot point. And it appears that all this disruption they're doing, which isn't targeted against the police or the politicians or anyone else, it's attacking your normal, average, everyday working stiff, that it's costing them what support they did have, that it's turning people against them and making a lot of people very, very pissed off at them. You don't stop a Brit on his way to work, he tends to get pissed off. It's worth noting that this is not America. Race relations are different here. There's a lot of shared issues, but they're class and wealth issues, which they are in the States as well. In the States, you can make an argument, though I don't think it's hugely valid, about racist police and the proportion of shootings and so on. I think you can make that argument more convincingly in the States. I don't think you can make it here. Now, why did they choose today in particular to do this? They chose today because it's the day after the 5th anniversary of the questionable shooting of Mark Duggan, which led to riots in various cities around the country, which is a fairly disproportionate response. But that kind of encapsulates the whole thing. It's been 5 years. 5 years. Does that remotely suggest that we have anything like the same kind of problem? We did have problems back in the 80s. The Special Patrol Group and stop and search laws and issues like that. That's why we had riots in Brixton and everything else. But today, the problem, such as it exists, is much smaller. The racial makeup of the country in the UK is very different to the US. The issues that we face are different. The history is different. The context is different. So to try and bring the already questionable Black Lives Matter from the States over here just doesn't fit, doesn't work, doesn't accomplish really anything other than pissing people off, because it's absurd on its face. If it's 5 years between questionable shootings, that kind of tells you everything you need to know. And do we really want another divisive racist movement over here when we already have plenty of them from different racial groups? Do we really need another reason to divide up the working class when what we should be doing is coming together and arguing for fairer treatment, better housing, all the rest of it, the kind of things Corbyn argues for when he's being sane? No, I don't think we do. I think even more than in the States, our issues are class/wealth issues, and that's where you address the problems, not by racializing everything and pretending everyone's a racist. And all these actions are doing is pissing people off and costing Black Lives Matter any sympathy they might have. It's just absurd. This isn't the United States. We don't have the same problems. We don't have the same context. We don't have the same history. There's really little reason to do it over here. That's my 2 pence anyway. Take care, guys. If you like what I do here, please like, subscribe. You can find me on social media, on Twitter at Grimachu, James Desborough on Facebook, James Grim Desborough on G+. My main website is postmortemstudios.wordpress.com. If you want to help me out with a little money, which will go to support my games, writing and other projects, you can do so at Patreon, which is also Grimachu.